Hello, beautiful people. It's Alex Wendling here, and I thought I would make a little recap video of LFA really quick before I go to bed. Ozzy Diaz, the guy I interviewed most recently, you can check out the interview here. He defeated Bruno Assis via KO with a right hook at 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Only 7 seconds left of round one to become the LFA middleweight champion. He was headed into this fight ready for 5 rounds to take it into deep waters, but he obviously did not need to. He was going up against Bruno Assis, who's a 3-sport black belt. That's karate, taekwondo, and jiu-jitsu. And so obviously Ozzy wanted to keep it on the feet, which he was able to do. There was a moment on the first knockdown that Ozzy had. Bruno was kind of staying on his back, kind of taunting him to come into his guard, which would have been Bruno's game. And had Ozzy not had the experience that he has to know that he should keep it on the feet where he has the most advantages, this fight could have been much different. After all, Ozzy was the underdog coming in. Bruno was supposed to win this fight. He was the favorite, and he didn't. He got clipped, and the ref had to stop it he couldn't even let it go for the next 7 seconds in the fight. So that's when you know. Then going on to the co-main event, which was also a banger. It went the distance between Chase Gibson of CMMA and against Javier Garcia. And the scores were 30-27, 29-28, 29-28 for a unanimous decision win for Chase Gibson of CMMA. Big win, especially for the rivalry gyms. Apparently at Chase Gibson's last fight, he was stretching, and I was watching him doing these like little hamstring stretches, and he was going so deep into it, shit that I feel like I don't even see gymnasts doing. And literally on camera in the warm-up of his last fight, he pops his hamstring. I know what it's like to pop your hamstring, and it is freaking terrible the moments after. So the fact that he was able to do that in his last fight and still win, I wasn't super surprised that he was able to push through in this last fight against Javier Garcia. But yeah, it was a really back and forth fight, especially in the level of jiu-jitsu displayed was super impressive. Some other results that happened were Junior Melo defeated Tommy Aaron via KO, a left hook to Hammerfists at 1 minute and 36 of round one. So a very action-packed night at LFA 127. And then Wascar Cruz defeating Karlee Pangilian via submission, a rear naked choke at 2 minutes and 25 seconds of round one. I think a fighter that you do have to look out for was a guy named Josh Wang Kim, but he lost via disqualification because of illegal elbows to the back of the head. Frank Trigg was the referee in this fight, and he had to call it off after Arnold Jimnez literally is like on the bottom of the fence, and he ends up kind of attacking Frank Trigg because he was so confused and delusional about where his whereabouts was, because he did take some killer head trauma from those elbows. So that was just a bad mistake from Josh Wang Kim, but he was the favorite coming in, actually a really big betting favorite, and he was headed in undefeated. So now this will be a stint on his record, but I'm sure he'll be able to bounce back. And had that not happened, I feel like he would have won the fight. Also, the other big name that I feel like people should start to recognize is the 19-year-old Brazilian Giovanna Canuto defeating Jasmine Pouncy via submission by rear naked choke at 2 minutes and 28 seconds of round one. Goodness gracious, that was an impressive win. She was the biggest favorite on this card, and she's only 19 years old. When you looked at her game, she was super aggressive, able to get it to the ground rather easily, but she also had some good stand-up in there. She had a nice head kick, which I think got Jasmine Pouncy a little bit, wobbly, and then that gave her the openings to go for the takedown. And we've seen Giovanna Canuto 3 times now in the LFA cage, and she's finished all 3 of those fights by first-round submission, one by armbar, the second by heel hook, and now a rear naked choke. So we're seeing submission diversity in her game. Obviously, the ability to get finishes from not only the chokes or an armbar, but also in that leg lock department. So very impressive, especially for a 19-year-old. I think she's going to be someone on the lookout that we're going to all have to keep an eye out for. So those are the people I said to look out for. Check out my interview with Ozzy Diaz. He seems like such an awesome guy representing Guatemala. LFA 127. It was absolutely awesome. Go like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be covering a lot more. And I have a special interview coming out with Jason Perillo of Ruka Gym. We talk Cheeto Vera, Mackenzie Dern's fight coming up. The viral video of Sean Strickland and Orlando Sanchez when they were grappling and things got a little bit out of hand on Jason's birthday, and a bunch of other fun stuff. So be sure to check it out. We're on the road to 700 subscribers, so please share this video if you can, and I'll see you guys later. I need some freaking sleep. 1X is going to start soon. Bro, combat sports is off the chain right now. Love you guys.